All right, everyone. Trump has picked up two relatively important last-minute endorsements, actually, in the last 24 hours. First, the Libertarian Party of New Hampshire, sort of a vanguard of the more ANCAP-ish side of libertarian politics. Sparring, actually, with the LP's leadership to some extent. They've got the Free State Project and a lot of crypto and stuff like that. Fans of Ramaswamy, I think more than anything, and Thomas Massie, named specifically here. They endorsed Donald Trump and pointed out, look, this is basically what I pointed out the other day. You've got a president who, at the very least, is willing to meet with the libertarian leadership, is optioning the possibility of getting rid of the income tax completely. Clearly is not gung-ho for war. He's not a psychopath. And at the very least, on issues like crypto and web privacy, definitely strikes a more libertarian tone. The opponent, and these are the only two viable people within the race, so you can, I hate to use the term because often it's used by unipartyists, but technically throw away your vote and stand on whatever principles you think you have to vote for a third party or an independent candidate. Or you can go with one of the two options capable of getting elected. So you've got the first candidate, Trump, with all of those qualifications under the broadly libertarian banner. Or you can go with the psycho chick that's probably going to start World War III. Under such circumstances, if there is no viable third-party option, and there currently isn't, Chase Oliver is a blip on the radar and probably not even a real blip. Then, you know, I hate to use the term voting for the lesser of two evils because I don't consider Trump's platform, broadly speaking, to be evil at all. But you sort of have to make your choice. You don't have to. You can vote for Mickey Mouse if you want to. It's perfectly your right. But he's gotten that endorsement. And then you've got Joe Rogan. Keep in mind that Joe Rogan is capable of whipping up young male voters quite easily. By the hundreds of thousands, I assure you. His endorsement does actually matter because what we need is a late last-minute surge for Trump on Election Day, which is today, for in-person same-day voting. What we need is to get that boost. If it's only a few hundreds of thousands of people across the competitive states, that's still a very large number of people. Imagine it's only 10,000 people in the swing states. So the six major ones. That's 60,000 people. That doesn't sound like a lot, right? Well, it is a lot. Because in some of those races, it might come down to a few thousand votes. Joe Rogan's endorsement goes up there with the killing of fucking Peanut and fight, and all of the other instances that we've seen this election. I wanted to talk about that briefly, by the way. When we think about iconic moments in the current election, what moments do you think of? Can you think of any that relate to Kamala Harris or Tim Walz, other than maybe Tim Walz, rambling incoherently from time to time and saying weird shit? I can't, actually. The only notable moment is basically when Kamala said she wouldn't have done anything differently from Joe Biden. And she, I've done a great job as border czar. I can't wait to continue doing that for the next 4 years. Okay, that's what you get with Kamala. With Trump, you've got him vending French fries, riding around in a garbage truck, almost getting shot, and then the endorsement of people like Joe Rogan. And the fact that his outreach to the Libertarian Party, at least in part, seems to have worked. I encouraged libertarians, by the way, the other day to vote for Donald Trump on exactly the same basis. Perfect? No. But don't let perfect be the enemy of good. I've noticed that I've seen that particular slogan quite often in the last 48 hours. And not, by the way, just in relation to the current campaign. It's almost mimetic. I have a feeling that Trump will win, but that relies upon everyone to turn out and actually get their asses off the couch and vote. So I encourage you all to go vote, and then tune in to me this evening. Yes, we'll have live election coverage. I've got at least 2 people that are already signed up on time slots as guests. I'm reaching out to a few other people, just trying to sort of hammer out the schedule for the first hour and a half of the live broadcast. And then it's all results all the time. We're going to have at least 2 maps open, and I'll probably be listening to a live broadcast in my ear while I'm rambling. It's going to be fun. My hope, of course, is at the end of the night, I get an extra early birthday gift. My birthday is January 20th. Yes, that's when the administration changes over early next year. My hope is that I get an early birthday gift and I get Trump back. Because then I can say, well, I don't have to be quite so cautious with my money. Maybe I can even invest in something or something because, the tax relief will still be there. I'm not going to get fucked in the ass. And I probably won't have to go die in a foreign war, see, maybe a friend or loved one do the same. I think that would be positive. I think that would be a good thing. That's sort of what I want for my country. Although it would be amusing to an extent if Kamala is elected and then watching the people that voted for her very quickly get turned off to her because she's going to backstab them. That humor is not enough to justify me wanting that scenario. I want what's best for my nation, so I'll be voting for Donald Trump, for what little it's worth in a deep blue state like the state of Vermont. But getting the Rogan endorsement and LP New Hampshire in the same night, it could literally put him over the edge. Again, even if it's only a few tens of thousands of voters across the particularly important states, and that's a reasonable assumption. That's a plausible scenario, by the way. It's fairly plausible. That could put him over the edge. It could give him a clean sweep, in fact. We're looking at a margin of, we're not even looking at a margin of 1 million votes across these states, by the way, probably as far as the victory margin. It's probably not even 1 million people. Well, that's the population of one city. So, yeah, go and vote and get somebody else to goddamn do it with you. That's about all. Peace out.